Remember in the introduction we said that there were two variants of the aviary, the base variant and then one where the hummingbird could carry a payload. We started by looking at this product breakdown structure for the base variant. Let's now switch to the aviary with payload variant. Like the base variant, there are of course requirements and models and tests at each of the levels, but those requirements and models and tests will be different to cope with the additional functionality. The bird feeder, the hummingbird, each of those subsystems too will have differences. But notice that the bird watcher is the same. This payload variant uses the exact same component for watching the video stream as the base variant did. That part of the system didn't need to change. Let's now dive in and take a look at how that's reflected in the individual domains. Let's open the requirements for the aviary. Notice that the orange button at the top tells us the context. This time we're looking at these requirements in the context of the payload variant. Let's open the System Requirements module. It looks very much the same as the base variant, but we can actually check that using the same comparison tool we saw earlier. This time we're comparing one variant to another. Here you can see that the new variant has additional requirements for the handling of the payload. But notice here there is one more difference. The base variant has an additional requirement for stealth mode. Now that is development that's been done on that base variant but doesn't yet exist in the payload variant. Let's now see how we can propagate changes between variants. We can push or pull change sets. In this case we're in the payload variant, so we can accept changes from the base. Now this can be completely automated. We could put this in express mode and walk away. But I'm going to switch to custom mode and show you the details. First, we don't have to take every change. We can select which change sets we actually want to propagate. Then we can let the tool do its thing and involve us only if there's a conflict. Or we can preview the change and manually resolve any conflicts that occur. Now we can get a preview of any changes before we accept them and actually complete the delivery. But again, I'm not actually going to deliver those changes. Instead, let's look at another topic. Global configuration management is about keeping all of the other artifacts like designs and tests and so on in sync. For example, let's look at the linked test cases view. Right at the top here, this very first requirement has a linked test case. Now that test case is in the payload variant. That test case failed. Let's now switch back to the base variant and take a look at the exact same linked test case. This time, that test case has passed. Engineers can view linked artifacts or indeed create new links to tests and to models, but they don't have to worry if they're looking at the right set of test cases or the right set of models for the variant they're working on. They just simply select the context they want to work in, and the tooling takes care of the rest.